Hey guys, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a continuation of the Get My Life Together in 2019 series, which I started with cleaning my room and making it organized and nice and pretty, which I'm glad to say a few days after I've uploaded that video, my room is still pretty much in the same condition. So I'm really happy about that. And the next video is going to be talking about the goals that I've set for myself. You know, those stupid New Year's resolutions nobody ever actually follows. So I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys now, this video is very medically based, and if you do not like that, then go ahead and click off. If you don't want to hear anything about medicine, the next video is going to be for you. And that is the end of the comment. And I also want to comment that not everything I say is going to be accurate. I am not a professional. I'm not a medical professional. I want to be a geneticist, but that is not a primary medical professional. So I will tell you, half the stuff I'm going to say may not be accurate. So now that that warning's out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and start with my primary. The first thing I wanted to do with this year is go see my primary. I just switched over to a new primary who's actually my dad's primary, and I really do like her. I wanted her after I saw the way my dad and her interacted. My dad is he likes things to be natural. He wants it to not be he doesn't want to be on medications. He doesn't want to. He doesn't like it. He has arthritis, and most people like to prescribe steroids for that. He doesn't like that. So he was finding a primary, and he was telling me, like, I like my primary. She listens with me. She works with me. She works with the blood test that I want to do, and she makes sure that the insurance is going to take it. And I went to one of his appointments with her, and I thought, I like her. I want to see her. And shortly after I had those thoughts, something happened with my primary, and I no longer see him. I had just switched over to him, and I don't even want to talk about this. This is going to be a whole another video, trust me. Something happened, something went down with that primary, and my dad and I both decided we are not doing this. You're finding a new primary, you're not seeing him anymore, we're not being associated with this place anymore. It's just not going to happen. The primary previous to that one was always commenting on my weight. So I left her in the first place to go to him, who that thing happened with, and now I went to my dad's primary, who for the sake of this video we will call Dr. M. So I went to see her today, and Dr. M very much is the kind of person to sit there and listen to you. She will ask you a question and let you ramble on for as long as you want, and she'll actually be listening. She brought up a few things that I'm pretty scared of because I didn't think of it as anything big. So when I walked in, it was the vitals like they always do, and they're like, and I told them at first, like I told the lady who took my weight at first, like, I'm not comfortable with my weight. I already know this. I made comments about it, and they caught on very quickly, which I'm so grateful for. And after vitals, we moved into Dr. M's room to be seen. And the first thing she was like, "Hi, I know you." I'm like, "Yeah, you know me. You're my dad's doctor." And she's like, "Yeah. How you doing?" I'm like, I'm good. So I explained to her, like, I'm switching over to her because I'm more comfortable with her, and because of what happened with the other primary, and she fully understood it. She didn't comment anything at all. It was more along the lines of, okay, well, let me see what I can do for you, which I love. I love that. When we got down to the business talking about what's going on with me, I told her about the Ehlers-Danlos. I told her, like, my periods are always irregular, which is important. Before you click off, it's important. And I told her what happened the last time I donated blood. I also told her that I do not want to be taking 400 milligrams of ibuprofen for pain or 10 milligrams of ketorolac, which is a pseudo-opioid. Basically, it has the same effects as an opioid, to my understanding, and it is still addictive. Any kind of painkiller is addictive, and my family has a history with addiction. I do not want to be a part of that statistic. So when I told her this, she told me, okay, stop taking the ketorolac, stop taking painkillers over the counter unless you absolutely have to. I'm going to refer you to pain management, and you don't need a referral, just double check that the insurance will cover it. And get seen by them, and then we'll work from there and see what we can do. So I was like, great, I'm already getting somewhere. And she started asking me about my periods because I mentioned that I don't have a regular period. And I told her about my most recent one, which I will spare you the details. And she told me, have you ever had an internal ultrasound? I think it was internal ultrasound. And I said, no, I've never had an ultrasound other than on my inner thigh and on my stomach when I was a lot younger. And she told me, she's like, okay, so we're gonna wait until I get my blood work back, because I'm gonna do blood work on you. And from there we will see what we want to do, because the things you are describing sounds like endometriosis, which I have, and it's not fun, but knowing now makes it a lot easier in the long run. That's the part that kind of scared me. That's the first thing, because I've read and heard about endometriosis. It's basically when the cells on the inside of your uterus grow on the outside. I could be mixing this up with something completely different, but from my understanding, from what I can think of right now, it's when the cells on the inside of the uterus grow on the outside. It's extremely painful. It's not fun. She described it as, you're gonna feel like you're dying, which is pretty accurate for most girls on their period. So that was the first thing. The second thing is I brought up, because I want to donate blood. For me, donating blood is a way for me to give back, because my father, he shattered his knee when I was a lot younger, and he almost lost his knee. He almost lost his leg, actually. And he donated blood for so long afterwards, because he had to be given so much blood for him to be able to keep his leg. He's overly grateful for that. And I'm so happy that that doctor in Orlando was able to help him, and I'm gonna cry because crap. It's a sensitive topic for me, kind of, but I like to say that I like to tell people that he's been getting better. I like to say, like, he's working through it. He's doing what he has to do. He had to stop donating blood because one time somebody was not following regulations, and it felt like he was having a heart attack for the 48 hours afterwards. He went to the ER and everything. They told him, like, you're not having a heart attack. Like, I don't know what's going on. And he stopped. And I donated blood for the first time a little over a month ago, and was told shortly after in the mail, hey, your ferrin levels are low. Ferrin is the protein in your body that stores iron. So I brought this up to Dr. M. And she told me, oh, you might be anemic. And I'm here like, what? I've had blood work done before, mind you, multiple times, and nobody has ever done anything like ferrin on me, or they haven't gone deep into it to make sure that I'm getting everything I need. It was scary to hear that. It really was, because I was there like, I'm being told I might have two potentially very bad things, and it's not that you can't live with it, it's just for me, I already have the Ehlers-Danlos, I already have a lot of mental health issues as well, and I'm technically obese by medical terms, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. I'm obese, I get it, I'm trying to lose the weight, so before you comment, this fat bitch, like, I'm aware that I'm a fat bitch, okay? Like, this information isn't anything new to me. But hearing that the list of diagnoses for me could grow more than I ever really thought it would, it took me for a second. I'm like, whoa, breathe. That explains a lot. Because one part of the losing weight for me was I want to go vegan again. I am allergic to eggs and milk, which I've recently discovered is actually casein, which is a protein in milk that I am allergic to, not the milk itself. And I felt better when I was vegan for the 9 months that I was, and then I discovered Hooters chicken wings. I'm gonna get so many hate comments for that. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Hooters chicken wings are good. I went vegan for my health I will go vegan back again, but I was willing to not be vegan for Hooters chicken wings. Anyway. I wanted to go vegan again because I felt a lot better when I was vegan. For whatever reason that was, I don't know the science behind it. It probably was because I am allergic to casein, which is the protein in milk, and I was drinking a lot of milk before. It makes a lot of sense for me. But I just felt healthier as a whole as well. I was losing weight. I was getting back on track with fitness, and then I was told I have Ehlers-Danlos, and then I tried Hooters chicken wings, and then it was one thing after another, and I eventually said, I can't do this right now. When I'm older, I will try again. To hear that these things would possibly be added on to my list of diagnoses made me think for a second there. I'm like, I'm never gonna do what I want to. And that's not true. Because you can have a million different diagnoses. You can have cancer with plaque psoriasis, cystic acne, I'm just throwing a bunch of different diagnoses out here, by the way, and a musculoskeletal disorder, as well as a thyroid problem. Let's throw that in there too. And you can still get in shape. You can still do whatever you want to do, because if you have dedication, you can do it. And I have an addiction to sugar. I honestly do. And I'm okay with that because, you know, people need sugar sometimes. It's stimulating. It's something that a lot of the times we don't think about it as something you can get addicted to. But I will sit here and admit, yeah, I have a sugar addiction. But basically, the point of this video was to try and update you guys on my health and tell you guys that I am working towards better health. Because I do have Ehlers-Danlos, and for me, that is something scary. For me, Ehlers-Danlos scares me because there's so many possibilities of things that could happen because you have this disorder. It's just, these aren't things that I want, and I know that if I keep going the way I've been going my entire life, pretty much, eating like junk, not focusing on what I'm actually eating, not eating what I'm supposed to be eating, not working out, not focusing on the way I feel about myself, not doing anything, I will never get to where I want to be, and I will put myself in even worse health. I will continue to keep you updated as my health progresses, regresses, whatever it is that happens. I will keep you updated because this is something that I want people to be aware of. I want people to know rare disorders do exist, and I want people to make sure that they're educating themselves as well. If you have any questions about any of the conditions that I have told you about today, and you're too lazy to look them up, or you just don't want to look them up, if you just have any questions, just leave them down below. I will be happier than ever to answer them, especially about Ehlers-Danlos. I love to try and educate people on that because of how rare it is. I know this was a mess of a video, but thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my health journey and me getting my life together in 2019, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and like I said, comment down below any questions you have for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.